Hi everyone, welcome back to Savvy Self-Publishing, where your story matters. So today I have my husband here with me.
Hello.
We're both self-published authors,
Yep.
and we want to talk to you about spammers, which you have probably encountered flooding your Facebook message inbox and other social media platforms. My husband and I are both on Facebook, and we get a lot of spam messages, and so
That's true.
yeah, I wanted to talk about how we both deal with spammers. I have already done a few different videos about spam and what you can look for to determine if someone is spamming you. But today I just wanted to give some examples of types of messages we have received and how we each deal with spammers, because we deal with them a little bit differently. Did you want to talk about how?
Oh yeah, so when I first started my author page a few months ago, back in April, I got bombarded in the first 2-3 months with about, I counted, 51 different scammers and spammers. Everyone and their brother and their dentist and their uncle is somehow miraculously a book marketer. If you can believe that, then I have an igloo to sell you down in Texas. Right? Anybody can claim to be anything, right? So after a while, I never bought into it. I didn't fall for any of their tricks, but what I ended up getting tired of is having to reply all the time. So Jenny and I decided, why don't we do a auto reply?
Yeah.
I think you suggested that,
Yeah.
actually. So we both have a different kind of auto reply.
Yeah.
Hers is a little funnier than mine.
Yeah, I actually asked ChatGPT to come up with an example of an auto reply for spammers that would be funny, and it says something like, "Whoa there, cowboy! This inbox ain't for
For spam?
for spam.
Yeah.
Git,
Git.
G-I-T."
Yeah.
And that way, I don't have to deal with them, and I usually don't reply at all.
Right.
Now, sometimes I do, but the funny thing is when they get that message, they're like, "Oh, I'm not spamming you," but they totally are.
Yeah, exactly.
And some examples of questions I get asked are, it usually starts with flattery. Someone commented on my author aura, whatever that is, and what other kinds of messages? One was really long, and he was offering, I mean, it was more thought out than some of the others I received. He was offering some of his services for free, but I just thought it was a little too good to be true and sketchy, so I just didn't bother replying. Or if I did, he never, I don't think I replied to that one. Some of the other ones I've gotten, actually one guy actually responded to my Git and the howdy, the cowboy theme, and I have a little cowboy emoji too, but one of them actually responded in kind in his reply. It was kind of funny. So
yeah, I gave him marks for that one.
yeah, that was pretty good. But anyway, so if you set up an auto reply, that's the easiest way to deal with it.
Yeah.
And usually after that, I've been blocking them less because now they don't bother me anymore. But before, I would block them and then delete them.
Yeah.
And
like
yeah.
Mine is a little bit longer. Mine just says this page. Every time they sent me a message, mine now says it automatically comes up with a statement it's a big long statement, but basically this page cannot accept any offers or deals. This page is for buying my books only. Here's the link to buy my books, and I give them a link to my author page on Amazon where you can buy all my books. I got 3 of them now. Then, you know, just please follow this link, that kind of language. Thank you for your interest in buying my books. And then most of them don't reply. The odd one will ignore it and pretend they didn't read that, and say, "Oh, I want to market your book for you." And so I'll do the same thing again. I copy that whole thing and I paste the exact same reply to them again, and she loves it. She thinks that's hilarious.
It is funny.
But I'm basically trying to encourage them to reread what I already sent them.
And one time you kind of got in a fight.
Oh, well, one of them, he kept ignoring and ignoring and ignoring the same statement over again. I kept sending him the same statement. After 5 or 6 times of him ignoring it, I finally engaged in him and I said, look, you must be pretty desperate to be, I don't normally tussle with them, but this time I did. And I said, you must be pretty desperate to be hassling or harassing a book author this badly. You must not be doing very well. And he's like, oh, how dare you say, just because you're rich in your country and we're blah, blah, blah. I don't know what country he's talking about.
Yeah.
I said, and he started swearing at me. And I said, you're not going to get any clients by swearing.
No.
And he said, oh, I've got 50 clients. And I said, okay, well, you're not going to, God bless you, but you're not going to get any clients by swearing. And so then I blocked him as soon as I said that. So he couldn't reply.
Yeah.
Because, guys, if they're a real book marketer, they are not going to swear at you.
No.
Period.
Second
Second of all, if you've got 50 clients, you don't have time to be hassling one book author on Facebook. You're too busy with your 50 clients. So yeah, they'll say anything to you, anything to try and get your money and produce nothing.
Yeah.
So don't fall for it.
No.
And it's better to not argue at all with them.
Yeah.
That one time I did it because he was being super annoying. And
Yeah.
I just said, okay, well, I'm going to give it back to him. But I did bless him in the end and say, don't swear at people. Maybe you'll do better.
Yeah, and shortly after he did that, I actually decided to engage with one of my spammers.
Oh, yeah.
And it turns out this person was a marketer, and they said, oh, I see your book on Goodreads doesn't have any reviews. I said, no, but it does have a review on Amazon.
Right.
And anyway, she offered to review it. And I said, well, have you read it? And by that point, she'd already posted a review. She only read the description. That's not a review of the book. She was just regurgitating what I had written in the description.
Yeah.
And she added content that wasn't even in the book. So
Yeah,
it's basically a fake review.
It's a fake review, yeah.
And
It's leading people to believe she actually read it when she didn't.
yeah, and it's talking about a topic in my book that I don't even address.
Right.
And anyway, I mentioned this to Goodreads, and anyway, they're not going to do anything.
No, they don't care.
No.
Goodreads doesn't care about that stuff.
That's...
They don't care about the quality of the reviews.
Yeah, it's too bad. But
Yeah.
anyway, I just wanted to share some experiences that we've had with spammers and how we deal with them to
Yeah.
give you ideas if you're up to your eyeballs with spammers and tired of it and don't
Yeah.
know how to deal with it and need a fresh perspective, a fresh way to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is a good idea for you.
Auto reply.
Auto reply.
Yeah, so you don't have to engage.
Yeah, it saves a lot of time
Yeah.
and headaches and everything. And another thing I do, actually, is if I notice that someone who has just followed me is a book marketer or anything like that, I will automatically block them.
Yeah, she doesn't take any prisoners, this
No.
one. She's used to it, though.
No. So anyway, so that's just a few little tidbits for you on spammers and that's it for now. If you have any comments or suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comments, and be sure to like if you do like it. And I'll talk to you again later, and subscribe too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.